True world. Resists truth and lies within those eyes. Okay, I assume this is the part where the route changes. So that's interesting. We're finally at the part where something different happens. I don't know how it will go down. Will, like, you know, the same villains appear? I assume like Serika and Sakuma, they're still like technically the masterminds of the case, but like what will change? I don't know. We'll see, I guess. Alright, so we're just running down the streets. Where's Arumura? Where did Arumura go? I guess she's dead. How could she run away and leave me behind? Isn't it the other way around? You're the one, you know, leaving her behind, maybe? Damn it. What the hell is wrong with that woman? Why did I have to go through this? Was it because I've been investigating the case? Then maybe.
あなた、殺されますよ。宮代拓先輩。
Maybe I should have listened to Arumura's warning. Maybe I should have dropped the case right then and there. But back then, I never thought the killer would come after me. I wasn't trying to catch them. I just thought it was interesting. We were only following the case because it was fun. Was that just how the real world worked? I hadn't done anything wrong. I had just been doing this for fun. Was that enough to justify killing me? If she killed me, I would die. Yes. Is this? Well, I don't know. Is this the same dialogue or is this new? I can't tell. It seemed like it was a new chapter that I've never seen before, but I remember him saying this before. You know, if she killed me, I would die. People die when they are killed. If I died, I cease to exist. Yeah, yes, of course. I'd disappear. I'd be gone. I wouldn't be able to see anything, hear anything, say anything, eat anything. Everyone would make a fuss at first. Maybe someone would cry. But they wouldn't really mean it and they wouldn't do it for long. Before long, they'd all forget about me. Kurusu, Ito, Kazuki, and Serika. I'd be all alone in an empty, dark world. No one would remember me. Well, you see, Takaru, that happens to everyone eventually, so I mean... No. No. Anything but that. I heard a noise in front of me. Footsteps. Did she get ahead of me somehow? Where are we? Could I do it again if I had to? The way I dodged those flames, if that was what Arumura said was my power. But how? I knew I had to bring out that sword thing again, but I didn't know how to do it. It wasn't working. I've been able to do it before because I wasn't thinking about it, but when I tried to do it now, the panic won out. And not only could I not use my powers, I couldn't even see the sword anymore. The footsteps kept getting closer. It was no good. I'd have to run. It was all I could do now. My mind knew I had to run, but my body wouldn't obey. My legs went numb and my heartbeat was deafening. The sweat pouring down my brow got into my eyes, and I didn't even know where I was running anymore. The footsteps from behind got gradually closer. They were almost on top of me. Right around that corner. So close. And look! She's right there! Ah! It's just Arumura, isn't it? I flailed my arms and legs out at my attacker, who was screaming in a surprisingly cute voice.
Senpai, 無事だったんですね。
なんだよ、 脅かすなよ。
驚いたのはこっちですよ。いきなり大声上げて。
だって、僕はてっきりあの女だと。てか、なんでここに。僕を置いて先に逃げていったくせに、なんでまだこんなところにいるんだよ。
それはこっちのセリフです。どうして私と同じ方向に逃げてきちゃうんですか？そんなことしたら追っかけてこられちゃうかもしれないじゃないですか。
ちょっと待て。もしかしてお前、僕をおとりにするつもりだったのか？
別に最初からそういうつもりってわけじゃないです。ただ結果的にそうなったってだけっす。
Why you?
怪しいもんだな。そんなこと言って本当は。
Adamoto suddenly put her hand across my mouth before I could say another word. I was about to complain, but when I saw the look on her face, I shut up and listened. There's no doubt about it. This sound. This time it really was that woman. Okay, I was wondering, like, was this the same or I can't tell, but I think this is different. I don't think this happened last time, because when we ran away from her last time, or rather, well, we didn't run away from her. Actually, we didn't run away from her last time. She just left. Actually, I remember her about to kill us, but then she decided not to, and then she walked away. But this time we're still like running away and everything. So, well, there was an explosion, and a shockwave in the air struck me in the face. I could smell something burning within the black smoke that covered my vision. And beyond it... She's still angry. The woman with the empty eyes. I knew that. I knew that, but what was I supposed to do?
こうなったら一か八かもう一度あの力を。で
きるんですか？
わからない。でもやるしかないだろ。
I forced my shaking legs to turn toward the woman. Her eyes were still empty as she stared at me. I couldn't sense anything in them at all. I couldn't tell what she was thinking or why she was doing this, but I could tell that her eyes were looking at me. She was after me. Please, just one more time. Just one more time. Focus. Focus. Give me power.
Senpai.
やっぱり無理だ。できない。どうしよう有村。
It's funny, he's like, give me power, give me the shonen protagonist power, and then he doesn't do it. Oh well. I mean, how about you fight Adamura? You can summon your sword pretty easily, actually. How about you fight for me?
だってこういう時こそカジバのなんとかでどうにかできるかもと思ったんだよ。
Maybe things weren't that easy after all.
ていうかお前の力でどうにかならないのか。
無理ですよそんなの。
I guess not? I don't know. You think Adamura could do something? She has like a cool sword, right? No? Can't block fire with that, I guess? I could see the woman raising her hand, slowly, out of the corner of my eye. This was not good. At this distance, if I got hit with those flames, it was going to be really, really hot, you don't say. No, hotter than hot. I could burn to death. Even if I didn't die, I'd be badly burned. There's no way I'd be okay. I needed to find some way to run. But how? A spiral of orange light was forming in the woman's hand. Oh, did this mean I was going to die? Was I going to die now? Did dying always feel so unreal? The woman was right on top of us now. A massive whirlpool of flame had formed around her hands, and as she slowly turned her hands toward us, and then there was a sudden strange sound as the flames flowed backward and struck her in the face. Ow. She fell back and fell to her knees. I looked behind me and saw that Arumura was holding a can of hairspray. Oh, okay. Kind of like a weird makeshift flamethrower, but kind of like a reverse flamethrower. Anyway. Arumura might not have expected it to do much, but it worked better than she could have possibly imagined. That was some MacGyver shit. Arumura was staring in shock at what had just happened. But there wasn't time for that. The woman has slowly started to look up at us. Arumura's counterattack had made her angry. If she came after us again, we'd be dead. Before that happened, we should start running. We'll just stand there. I picked up the spray can at my feet and flung it at her attacker, then grabbed Arumura by the hand and ran toward the strange woman. Like a distraction tactic. Throw the can at the person. She must not have expected that because fortunately, we didn't hear any footsteps right away. For now, we needed to lose her and get somewhere safe, where we could hide. But the only place we could hide around here was there. But if she found that place, no, now wasn't the time to worry about that. I have to chance it. Hey, what happened to all that courage you had a moment ago? Well, you should stop talking. It's gonna make it worse. Damn it, did she have to talk back at a time like this? But Arumura was right. My heart was pounding so loud I thought it might burst. I mean, I don't know. Do you really have to sprint that fast? It seems like Hidoriko, or Pyrokinetic, is very slow, you know? She's dragging her leg and everything. It's not like she can teleport. So, just jog a little. You don't have to full sprint. I mean, maybe full sprint, when you're close, but otherwise, to keep ahead of her, you don't have to run that fast. Well, in manga and anime, you always gain incredible stamina in situations like this. Evidently, that didn't really happen though. Well, I mean, sort of true. You gain runner's high, right? If you push yourself enough, but it was impossible for a human being to surpass their limits. Maybe I should have exercised more, yes. Obviously, it was too late for that. Still, that didn't mean I could give up. I didn't have the strength left to answer her question. We just had to keep going. Even a big city like Shibuya had lots of tiny overlapping little alleyways off the main streets. And this area was my home, which meant I had the advantage. And it wouldn't be long before... I was right. I could hear sirens. Even in an alleyway, someone would have heard all that noise. If the police were here, that woman would have bigger problems than trying to track us down. I lowered my body to the ground and headed further into the darkness. At this point, I'd be able to find my way there blindfolded. Where are we going? Are we going to, I'm gonna guess, Miyashita Park, maybe? Or... Yeah, okay. We're just inviting her into our home. I think last time, I don't know, I can't remember. There's so many little details, that I can't really keep track of it all. But I think last time we went to the clinic, I think, or some other place. But this seems different. I don't know how this affects the timeline, quote unquote, but let's see. We listened carefully to the sounds around us as we caught our breaths. If we heard her footsteps, we'd recognize them immediately. We could hear the sound of police sirens in the distance. I hoped that the police would catch her and take her away. We just stood there, frozen in prayer, as we waited for time to pass. 5 minutes, then 10. It wasn't long at all, but it felt like an eternity.
さすがにこれだけ待っても来ないなら、もう大丈夫だろう。
I took a deep breath. All the tension drained from my body, and I slowly sat on the ground.
もう大丈夫でしょうか?
Aramura asked.
多分。
そうですか。
Anyway, that woman. Was she the one behind the murders? Then what was her connection to the facility under the hospital? Kind of weird that we're asking these questions because, well, this route can only be activated once we beat the main route, and once we do that, we already know the mystery, So she's like definitely not the mastermind, But, or is she acting on her own? There still wasn't enough information to tell.
先輩。
何？
もうそろそろいいんじゃないかと。
だからもう大丈夫だってさっき言ったじゃないか。
Are we like holding her hand or something? Is that happening?
そういうことではなくてですね。その手を。
手？
はい。ずっと握ったままなので。
How lewd. I've been so desperate to get away from that woman that I hadn't realized it, but it looked like I'd been holding Naramura's hand the whole time. And it wasn't just her hand, and she and I were incredibly close. I quickly jumped back. Oh no, goodies.
こんな暗いところに連れ込んで、もしかして先輩。
言っておくが、わざとじゃないからな。変な意味で握ってたわけじゃないからな。
わかってます。先輩って見るからにそういうの得意じゃなさそうだし。
なんだと？
なんていうのかな。ほら、女の子慣れしてないっていうか。
待て待て待て。僕を見くびってもらっちゃ困るな。言っとくけどこれでも僕はリア充だぞ。
I'm a normie.
リア充ですか?
I guess Ryaju in Japanese. The term didn't seem to mean anything to her.
そう、わかる？リア充。リアルが充実してるって意味。いいか、アリメロがどう思っているのか知らないけど、女の子の扱いについては僕はこれでも。
Well, I mean, Arumura can tell if you're lying, Takeru, so...
っていうか、何なんですか、ここ。
人の話を聞けよ。
Arumura had stood up and started to look around the dark room.
痛い。なんか蹴っちゃった。
Ow.
おいおい、勝手に動き回って人の家の中のもの壊すんじゃない。
家？
そうだよ。ここは僕の家。わかるか？つまり今僕が住んでいるところという意味だ。
I decided it was probably safe now and turned on the lights.
へえ。
Now that she could see, Arumura was looking around the room in surprise. She seemed a lot less on edge than usual, probably because she was pretty sure the woman wasn't gonna come after us anymore.
喉乾いてるだろ。
I opened up a fridge and took out 2 plastic bottles and handed one to her.
ありがとうございます。
Let's just celebrate our, desperate escape. from the weird fire girl, you know. She opened the bottle and took a big swig of it.
ようやく生きてるって実感が湧いてきたな。
なんですかこれ。
She doesn't like soda?
マウンテンビューだよ。知らないのか？マウンテンビューは日本で一番カフェインの含有量が多くて、頭脳の覚醒作用を促すことにおいては。
Adamura ignored me even though I was in the middle of my lecture, and grimaced with her mouth still full of Mountain View. Evidently, she didn't like it.
ここってトレーラーハウスですか？
いや、トレーラーハウスっていうのはある程度の期間一つの場所に定住するのを目的としたもので、どちらかというと車輪のついた家のことを言う。
It's a house with wheels.
それに比べてこの家は移動することを目的とした宿泊施設のついた車と考えるべきで、そうした場合はキャンピングカーと言った方が正しい。ちなみに一言にキャンピングカーと言っても、専用の車体を利用したフルコンとか、バンやボックスカーの内部を改装して居住空間を作ったバンコンなどいろいろあって、この家の場合は。
What? Takaru.
どうして先輩はこんな家に住んでるんですか？
Would you please let me finish? Well, Takaru, you could stop being a nerd.
宮代先輩ってクルス先輩と兄弟っていうか、確か弟さんでしたよね、施設の。
あれはクルスが勝手に弟だって言ってるだけだよ。まあ何年か同じ施設で育ったのは確かだけど。
I would prefer that she didn't ask any more questions about that. If she asked, I have to tell her about what happened.
そうなんすね。
Huh?
そうなんすねって聞かないのか？
何をですか？
だから僕とクルスの関係とか、なんで僕だけここで暮らしてるのかとか。
聞きませんよ。だって先輩聞かれたくないでしょ？
どうしてそう思う？もしかして。
Maybe it was her power.
残念ながら違います。私の能力はただその人の言葉が真実かどうかわかるだけで、相手が何を考えてるのかまではわかりませんから。
That would be Sarika's power. But then, how did she know?
でもその代わりに人の気持ちっていうのに敏感になって、だからその人が何を考えてるかっていうのはなんとなくわかるようになっちゃったんですよね。もちろんそれもわかりやすい人とわかりにくい人とがいますけど。
つまり僕はわかりやすいってことか。
さあどうでしょう。
冗談を言ってもらっちゃ困るな。僕の思考は複雑で、ちょっとやそっとじゃ思考を読むなんてできないはずだ。
Reminds me of a quote. What was it? Like something about how your mind is I don't remember. There was some quote. I'm really bad remembering quotes. There's this one quote that reminds me of. That's basically that. My mind is an enigma, you know.
なんだよ。
いえ、自分では本気でそう思ってるんだなって。
Or what was it? The quote is, the inner machinations of my mind are an enigma. Anyway, are an enigma? It's hard to say that. Are an enigma. Like a tongue twister. Anyway.
自分ではってなんだよ。
それじゃあさっきの話聞いてもいいんですか？
それは。
Maybe it was easy to tell what I was thinking.
じゃあその代わり別のこと聞いてもいいっすか？
別のこと？
先輩ってリア充なんでしたよね。
その話だよ。僕はリア充なんだ。だから女の子の扱いに関しては。
It's funny how I don't know. That's a weird thing to say. I'm a normie. Oh yeah, I'm so proud of it. I'm a normie.
リア充ってこういう本読むものなんすか
？Adamura picked up one of the magazines scattered at her feet.
クール ズキャットプレス、女の子との出会いからエッチまで。
I quickly reached out to grab it, but she dodged me easily.
なに南方健二先生、僕は彼女ができません。どうすればいいですか？女は部屋に呼んで押し倒せば言うことを聞く。
読むなってば。
I reached out my hand again to grab the magazine from her. But I ran so far and was so exhausted, even that was enough to throw me off balance. And as a result, I pinned her to the bed. It's exactly what we're gonna do, according to the Cool Cat Press magazine advice. Obviously. No, positive or negative, I guess. I kind of want to see negative delusions, actually. I'm kind of sick of positive ones, but if I want to get like the normal ending for this route, I do have to do the positive ones, unfortunately. So I had to do positive ones. We'll see the negative ones later, maybe. Anyway, why was she looking at me that way? Wait, this was just like.
まさか先輩。
No, wait. Did I really not? Minamikata has said it after all. If you pin a woman down, she'll do whatever you want. Well, you have to get consent first. And she actually wanted you to. I didn't actually believe it, but maybe it was true and I just didn't know it? And maybe... Wow, trigger line, okay. Actually, there was a whole special on it, wasn't there? It was the July 1999 issue, I think. That bratty little girl, a year or two younger than you, is actually just waiting for you to make a forceful move. Oh yes, you do the thing where you like hit the wall, you know, and then you confess your love. That happened in an anime. A forceful move. That meant.
そうだよ。実は全て僕が仕組んだことだ。
え、全部って。
What? Everything? What do you mean by that?
全部と言ったら全部だよ。あの女のことも何もかも。
Nani? You're the master. Well, I mean, that's actually true. You know, Takeru being the mastermind, or at least, you know, the result of everything that has happened. That is true.
じゃあ私たちが襲われたことも先輩が？でもどうして？
決まってるだろ。君をここに連れ込むためだ。
What? This is weird. I grab her by the wrists and pin her to the bed.
私をここに。それってつまり。
For some reason, Aramura didn't resist. She just stared back into my eyes.
わかるだろ？
そんな。まさか宮代先輩がそんなことする人だったなんて。
Despite what she said, her eyes were dewy, okay, and shining in the light of the fluorescent bulbs above. As proof,
でもそういう強引な人好き。
I feel like there's a pun here that I'm missing, probably because of the English translation. Like forceful is like, maybe it means like something else as well. I don't know. Well, Cool Cat Press was right. All hail the Cool Cat Press.
有村。
Okay.
先輩来て。
I mean, in real life, that would be incredibly manipulative. Only a psychopath would do this, you know?
なんてあるわけないよな。
Like basically orchestrate many like complicated and convoluted events just to bring her here in this RV. I don't know. Anyway, yeah, that's not happening. Okay. Wait, didn't I think about this once before? Man, I never learned, do I?
先輩早くどいてくれないと大声出しますよ。
ごめん。
I leapt off her and started to grab the magazines off the floor.
その雑誌。
これは違うんだ。
I'd screwed up. I never imagined that a younger girl would see these.
違うって何がですか？
だから。
Oh, right. No matter what kind of excuse I came up with, Aramua would realize it was a lie. Gigolomaniacs. What an obnoxious power. Well, that's why Mio hates you, by the way. That's why she hates Gigomaniacs, I guess. Well, part of it anyway.
何笑ってるんだよ。
ほんと先輩ってわかりやすいなと思って。
悪かったな、わかりやすくて。
別に悪くはないですって。私にとってはその方が付き合いやすいですし。あ、付き合うって言っても別に変な意味じゃないですからね。
念を押さなくったってそれくらい分かってるよ。
Even I wasn't dumb enough to misunderstand that.
だったらいいんですけど。
Alamura slowly stood up and looked out the window. You could still hear the faint noises of police and fire truck sirens in the distance. Come to think of it, I'd already forgotten that I almost died out there. So how easily you forget. Why? No, there's no need to ask why. It was because of Alamura. If I was here alone, I'd probably still be shaking. I wasn't trying to say that after what had happened, Alamura was now someone special to me or anything like that. I don't know. But in the past few hours, the thick wall between the two of us felt like it had gotten a little thinner. I guess a near-death experience
さてと。
does that to
じ
you.
ゃあ私はそろそろ。
帰るのか？
いつまでもここにいるわけにもいられないですし、それとも泊まっていけとでも言います？
言わないよ。
Damn it, she was making fun of me.
大丈夫です。一応人気のありそうなところを通って帰りますから。さすがにこの騒ぎの中、ことを起こすとも思えないですし。
She was probably right, I thought. But
送っていこうか。
どうしてですか？
心配だからに決まってるだろ。
心配？私が？
一応それでも女の子だからな。送っていくのは男の役目だろ。
that's what Cool Cat Press had said. Anyway.
もしかしてそれもあの雑誌の受け売りですか？
違う。
先輩ってやっぱりわかりやすい。
Damn it, I give up.
それもあるけど、やっぱり危ないと思って。何？
それは本当なんだ。
はい
え、なんでもお気持ちだけいただいておきます。
Alamura cheerfully walked toward the exit and stopped and turned around before she got the door.
今日はありがとうございました。先輩のおかげで助かりました。ということにしておきます。ではでは、アディオスグラッシャー。
Adios, gracias. Okay. But will she be fine on her own? I guess so. Why not? Okay, alright. Well, she bowed her head slightly and left.
しておきますは余計だ。
Strangely, though, it didn't bother me. Anyway,
ギガロマニアックス。ね
I had to use some kind of power to control that woman's flames. Alamura said that it was my power, but that was the only time I'd been able to use it. Let's try this again. I took a deep breath to calm myself. My power. I wonder if we had to do the, there's gonna be repeated scenes, even though it's like a different route. I don't know. Now, at first it was so hazy I had to focus to see it all. But gradually it began to form a definite shape in the corner of my eye. It was twisted yet beautiful, disgusting yet pure. Its very presence was so overwhelming that it was impossible to believe it belonged to this world. I reached out my hand fearfully, but I couldn't even touch it. What had I done before? That's right, when she attacked me with her flames, I'd... Was this my... Blip? It was just a message that scared me. It was from Arimura. I made it home safe. I was surprised she'd be thoughtful enough to let me know. Either way, I was glad nothing had happened. After I put down the phone, I tried a lot of different ways to strengthen my power, and then at some point I fell asleep. Okay? I wouldn't know until morning what had happened to the woman after that. 2005. Okay, this is a flashback. They say that every person has a single image somewhere in their mind that defines who they are. For Adamura Hinae, that image was of her family, seated around the dinner table. Huh? CG. Is it different CG? Her mom, and dad, and her brother, the four of them sitting around the table. You know, if I had to guess, this really feels like a Adamura route. So I think we're getting, you know, an Adamura ending maybe. Because we're spending a lot more time, it seems like, at least in the beginning. We're getting a flashback of her past, so... You know, dad, mom, brother. Apparently she had a brother. I assume they're all dead? I don't know. I think they are. I don't know if she mentioned that, but... that image, more than anything else, defined the kind of person that Hinae was. Or Hinae? Her mom and dad both worked, and on weekdays they'd often come home late. Sometimes they didn't even come home at all. Or did they die? I don't remember if they died. I think she mentioned like she didn't... I mean, she had family issues. I don't remember if they were like abusive or were they just simply, you know, dead. Simply dead, I don't know. But Hinae never felt alone. She was never alone because she had an older brother. I've never seen an older brother, by the way. I can only assume he's dead because she's never mentioned it. Her parents had told her that when she was born, he'd been the happiest boy in the world. But she didn't need to hear that to know how much she meant to her brother. Hinae had always had a pretty face ever since she was a baby, and she'd always been popular. But her brother loved her more than anyone. Was it siscon? Whenever Hinae cried, she always tried to make her feel better. And when it was time for her to sleep, he'd rock her in his arms. He was in one of the older classes at elementary school, and he probably wanted to play with his friends. He'd had a lot of friends actually, and every day they invited him over. But he would always turn them down and come straight home to be with Hinae. With their parents working so much, he spent a lot of time alone in the house. He probably didn't want Hinae to go through the same thing. Normally, acting like that would cost him his friends, but that had never happened. He was just that good of a big brother. He just had it all. As Hinae got older, she became more and more like a young girl, and her brother loved her even more. I don't know. I was wondering, like, there's that person that died in the Love Hotel, right? I don't think it was mentioned that his name wasn't, like, the same as Adamura Hinae. I don't know, because I'm thinking, like, is the guy who died at the Love Hotel, was that actually Adamura's brother? Maybe? Is that what it is, or... I don't know. Well. Her parents decided that Hinae could safely be left in her brother's care, and started to come home even later. But every Sunday, they were always home. Sometimes they all go out somewhere for the day, then come back in the evening to eat at the dinner table. That was the rule at the Adamura household. There was always warm food, and her family was always smiling. That was what happiness meant to her. It was something so natural and so normie that she never doubted it. Raiju. So you say Ryuju? Raiju? Something like that? Yeah. And it was the truth. Huh?
昨日あの後はそんなことがあったんだ。
ああ、ほんと大変だった。勘弁してほしいよ。
The first thing I did when I got to school the next morning was tell Saruka what had happened. I had no way of knowing what had happened to that woman after that. I checked the news when I woke up, but not only did I not find a name, I couldn't even find anyone reporting on the attack. There was a lot of people on the social networks talking about the strange woman. After all that chaos, the police had to have known about her. Still, I didn't know what would happen next. I was a little hesitant to go to school, but I figured she wouldn't be willing to attack me in broad daylight. And since I made it here safely, I must have been right.
それで、その後どうしたの？
どうって、有村と僕の部屋に逃げ込んだ。
部屋ってあのトレーラーハウスに？
それ以外にどこがある？
二人で？
そりゃそうだろ。僕たちを襲った女も一緒にいちゃおかしいじゃないか。
なるほどね。
It felt like she was implying something, because she can read our minds, by the way.
なんだよ。
Every time we interact with Sarika, I'm just like reminded about who she really is.
だってさ、あのタクが女の子と二人で部屋にだよ。これってすごいことじゃない？
失礼な。いいか、いつも言ってるように僕はリア充なんだ。その程度のこと別に珍しくなんてない。
Riaju?
じゃああそこに移ってから女の子が部屋に来たことは？
I mean you, Sarika?
私とのんちゃんを除くと？ほらほら、初めてでしょ？でしょ？
うるさいな。
で、何かあったりした？
Sarika's voice dropped into a conspiratorial whisper as she grinned at me.
何かってなんだよ。
またまたとぼけちゃって、そんなの決まってるでしょ？
あるわけないだろ。そもそも僕たちは襲われたんだぞ。それどころじゃないって。
そんなこと言って、本当はまんざらでもなかったり？
だから違うってば。
あらら、そこにいるのは。
I turned around and saw Aramuro herself waving at us.
有村。
有村です。宮代先輩、チャオっす。
ああ。
Aramuro was acting like nothing like the way she did last night in my room, and I wasn't sure how to deal with it. But I guess she was always like this at school.
セリもチャオっす。チャオっす、ひなちゃん。
At least she hadn't heard what we were talking about. Time to change the subject.
で、一体何が違うってんですか？
By the way, I don't know, has Sarika ever had this kind of like pose before? I don't know, it's just freaking me out. It's just like a weird pose. So that implies something, I don't know. Anyway.
もしかして聞いてたのか。
まんざらでもないとか違うとか何の話だったんです？ねえ、教えてくださいよ。いいでしょ？ね？それがね、実は。
違うんだ。別に大した話じゃなくて。
Her voice was chipper, but her eyes weren't laughing at all. I don't think eyes could laugh. But anyway. That's right, there's no way I could lie to Aramura.
ただ昨日の話をしてただけだよ。
昨日の？昨日のねえ。そうですか。
Huh? That must have been good enough for her. I expected her to be more suspicious. Oh, that's right. Aramura could only tell if I was lying or telling the truth. In other words, I was safe as long as I didn't tell her everything. Maybe I could use that with Aramura in the future. Hide things from her?
そうだ。そんなことより宮代先輩、これ見てくださいよ。
Aramura gently rubbed her hair, which she tied up to the side.
髪がどうかしたのか。
わかりません？ほら、ここ。髪の毛のここんとこ。昨日のあれでチリチリボーンになっちゃって。
Oh yeah.
どこ？
I got closer to look, but I couldn't really tell.
ほら、ここっすよ、ここ。
ああ、本当だ。でもこのくらい大したことないだろ。
ああ、なんすかその言い方。女子の髪の毛をなんだって思ってんですか？だいたい先輩がさっさとなんとかしてくんないからですよ。
何言ってんだ。そんなのただの言いがかりだろ。なあお前。お前？
先輩、セリどうしちゃったんすか？
ああ、こいつ昔からこういうところがあるんだ。気にしないでくれ。
She was probably thinking about something stupid again. But if I ask about it, I'll probably have a mess on my hands.
そうだ、それより宮代先輩、例の能力のことですけど。
She was whispering, so I whispered too.
ああ、そのことなら僕の方からも話がある。
例の能力って、もしかしてあの剣が見えるとかいう？セリー、誰が聞いてるかわかんないんだから、そんな大きな声で話すなっつーの。ごめん。それで先輩。
ああ、実は少しだけどコントロールできるようになってきたかも。
それってタクも不思議な力が使えるようになったってこと？セリー。
It's weird. It's weird that Serika has to keep up this dumb childhood friend shtick, you know, after what we know. But after what happened yesterday, I've been tired, but I've done what I could to learn about more about my power. It looked like I needed to use someone else's brain to make my delusions real, so I asked Gen to be my guinea pig. Knowing Gen, he'd be so drunk that he'd forget after a day or so. I don't think that's healthy. You know, losing that many brain cells. But as a result,
ちょっとくらい軽いものなら動かせるようになった。
ちょっとくらいって、例えば石とかですか？
いや、もうちょっとか。
じゃあノートとか
2、3ページくらいなら。
何それ、そんなんじゃスカートめくりくらいにしか使えないじゃん。
well, that's what we did last time.
今はまだ大したことないかもしれないけど、そのうちもっと大きいものだって動かせるようになるって。
Serika, you jerk! I tried really hard! But still, flipping up skirts, huh? I see, I hadn't thought of that. Okay, that's what we're gonna do? I mean... The guide, the non-spoiler guide, spoiler-free guide, tells me to use positive illusions, so I guess I have to. I have no choice, really, ironically. Even though there's supposed to be a choice here, I don't have a choice. Well, I'd overlook that. What a brilliant idea. But I couldn't do it here. No, this might be a good chance to show off my powers. And what's more, Serika, this is your fault to begin with, apparently. Do you know how hard I worked just to move one tiny little object? I barely got a wink of sleep last night. It was the least you could do after all that effort. Apparently. Using my powers for evil once again.
タク？
そうかいそうかい。そんなに言うなら見せてやろうじゃないか。この僕の力を。
宮代先輩？
悪いけど、今さら後悔しても遅いからな。僕の心に火をつけた自分たちの愚かさを呪うがいい。
No one could stop me now. I concentrated. Opening the dark powers of hell. Opening my third eye. A terrible, beautiful Excalibur appeared in the corner of my vision. The power welled forth from deep within me. Come, my Excalibur. Give me my power.
見るがいい。
This is...
これがギガロマニアックスとしての僕の力だ。
We do all that just to flip some skirts. My power lifted the skirt of every single girl in the school. You can try to hold down your skirts, but it won't work. No one can stop my power! Ah! I'm the true villain of this story.
どうだ見たかこれが僕の
じゃあこれが宮代先輩のこれがタクの
そうこれこそが僕の力だ
The scene around me was something of a nightmare. No, a most wonderful dream. Every girl in the school was walking around with their skirts blown up now. They look pretty silly, probably.
恐れ入ったぞ
さすが宮代先輩です
これからは僕の言うことは何でも聞くか
タクの言う通りにするから
分かっただったら許して
I slowly lowered my hands, and the chaos around me began to subside.
やだ
さあ約束通りこれからお前たちは僕の言いなりだ分かったな
タクル様
My god.
なんてことが
ねえねえセリ宮代先輩どうしちゃったん気にしないでいつものことだから
He's just always a creepy pervert, I guess. I mean, again, Sarika can read our minds, so she saw that. But anyway. Anamura and I had decided that it would be better not to use my power for a while. No matter what that woman was after, it was very likely that it had something to do with our powers. Which meant that I should avoid doing anything that would attract attention. And everybody knew when you had a trump card like this, it was best to master it in secret and play it at the right moment. Anyway, why was math always such a pain? If only we had a Gigalomania power to like, you know, just like cheat at math, I don't know. I wanted information, not formulas. Numbers and formulas were just ideas and didn't provide any benefit at all as information. Okay. I think he just doesn't like math, which I understand. I don't like math either. But I took out my Pokecom and hid it under my desk, then loaded Shibuya News.
Oh? いや、なんでも。
そうか。じゃあ次の問題解いてみろ。
Crap, that was a mistake. But this was big news. That's big news.
おい、大変だ！ニュースだ、ニュース！
News 329. No. I heard the door to the club room fly open and Ito ran inside.
なんだよ、大声で。
何落ち着いてんだ宮代ニュースなんだよそれも大ニュースいいかよく聞けなんと例の事件ニュージェネの再来と呼ばれる一連の事件あの事件の
犯人が捕まったんだろ
そうなんだよ
Did this happen before? I don't remember. I assume Haida Riko got arrested?
お前知ってたのか
当たり前だろ僕を誰だと思ってるんだこれでも伊達に学園一の状況を自負してるわけじゃないお前が持ってくる情報くらいとっくの昔に知ってるよ
Or maybe not Haida Riko, but the person that stabbed Nono, right? Was he captured? I think he was arrested once or something? I don't know.
それじゃあ捕まったやつの情報も
No, it says girl, so it's gotta be Riko, I guess.
ハイダリコ18歳無職
Yeah.
昨夜渋谷で多発した放火騒動の中街中を歩いているところ警官によって確保だろ
なんだ知ってたのかよつまんねえの今度こそ俺の方が早いと思ったのによ
To tell the truth, I just found out about it in math class. But that's how information worked. Knowing things first puts you at an advantage. That said, I was overjoyed to know that the woman who attacked me had been arrested. Now I wouldn't have to be afraid of being attacked ever again. Nope. Never. Never attacked.
うち的には捕まってよかったのかな。
なんだよ、尾上。それどういうことだよ。
だってさ、事件がもっと大きくなってれば、もっとでっかいスクープをゲットできるチャンスもあったかもしれないでしょ。
確かにそうだな。そういう意味では惜しかったとも言えるか。
タク的にはどう？もっと事件を追いたかった？
I wasn't sure. It was true that the bigger this got, the more people would be paying attention.
いや、よかったんじゃないか。
なんだ、お前にしては随分消極的な意見だな。もっと起きてくれってんじゃないかと思ったが。
なんだよ、それじゃまるで僕が凶悪事件を望んでいるみたいじゃないか。いいか、言っておくが、僕はサイコパスじゃない。別に事件が起きることを望んでいるわけではなく、起きてしまった事件の真相の究明こそを望んでいるんだ。
This is very, this is very like, I guess, I don't know what the word is, but, you know, very conspicuous line, you know, considering what had happened about the case and everything. Well, to tell the truth, I was a little disappointed that the case had ended this way. If only more people died. Wouldn't that be great? But half of me felt relieved, too. Anybody who'd been the target of a murder attempt could understand how terrifying it was for me to have that woman with those strange powers try to kill me. There were ways to deal with a physical attack, but her power violated all the laws of physics. It was a miracle I made it away from her alive at all. So I was honestly glad that woman, Haida, had gotten caught. I don't know, I feel like other kinds of physical attacks would have been worse. Like, I don't know, a gun. You know, a gun would have been more effective than fire, I feel like. He would have just died instantly.
まあ、あの女が警察に捕まってしまったことで、全てが警察の手に委ねられてしまうというのは、甚だ不本意ではあるが。
But I guess, you know, guns, like, you know, are less of a focal point, you know, in anime, in Japanese culture in general, because, you know, guns are just, they're just not very, like, common, you know, compared to, like, a country, for example, like the US of A, maybe.
尾上の言うように、もうちょっと事件が長引いていれば、世間の注目も集まっただろうし、そこでビシッと僕が事件を解決していたなら、それはそれでこの新聞部も有名になったんだろうけれど、それも今更言ったって仕方がないことだろ
う。待てよ。これってさ、俺たちが追ってた事件は全て終焉を迎えたってことか？
それは。
Before I could give my opinion, the door opened.
ひなえちゃんの登場ですよ。